knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Chances are, if you're at work right now, you're surrounded by assholes. Let's be honest. Let's take a moment, especially if you're listening on a speaker. Just start pointing the finger at each other. Who's an asshole? If everybody's pointing at the same guy, that's going to be funny. Let's be honest. Everybody's like, oh, it's Todd over there. Todd, you're the biggest asshole in the bunch. Oh, man. Hopefully nobody's pointing at you, but there's a good chance they are. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's okay. It's okay to be the asshole sometimes. If you're the management, people should be pointing at you. Let's put that out on the table. You shouldn't be everybody's best friend. Everybody should hate your fucking guts if you're the manager. You know why? Because you are the thunder and lightning of the business. There you go. There you go. I hope you guys are having a great day. A lot to get into. We're not going to talk about how your boss is an asshole. He already knows, or she already knows. Hopefully, if they don't know, boy, reality is going to smack them right in the face. Right in the noggin. Right in the noggin. Right in that old big old honker of a nose they have. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they got a cute little button nose. Either way, it's coming, and it's going to come in fast. That's what your mom said. That's what she said. I don't know. I fucked that up. I fucked it up. How do I fuck that up? Everybody always says, that's what she said. It's coming. It's coming in hard. That's what she said. I don't know how I screwed that up. Jeez. You know what, guys? Whatever. They're not all home runs, okay? They're not. Okay, I swung in them. I swung. I missed. And, there we go. Life sucks. Apparently, so do I. A lot to get into today. Cannot wait to get into this show. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of moves in the NFL, plus a lot of crazy stories from around the globe, and just some in regards to pizza. Okay, pizza toppings. Start thinking of them now. What's the weird pizza topping that you don't mind having on your pie? Okay, I like pineapple on my pizza. A lot of people hate it. I think that's a bandwagon thing. We'll get into that. There's one that I never thought would be on a pizza, but it sounds kind of intriguing. We'll get into that, plus a few more things. But remember, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button wherever you're at right now, whether you're listening or watching. Remember, today's show is presented to you by Roof Goat USA. Whether you got a roofing or fencing need, they're the people to contact. Roof Goat USA. You got to contact the goat. Also presented to you by Kirkwall Group. Whether you need bookkeeping or tax service needs, they're the ones to hook you up. Again, Kirkwall Group. And remember, Bet Online. Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, Bet Online is your ultimate game day companion with the largest selection of odds on everything from the NBA, college basketball, March Madness, to the NHL and UFC. Bet Online continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, Bet Online has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. Bet Online, the game starts here. Go to betonline.ag. I kind of screwed that up at the end, but who cares? You know what? Who cares? You get the point. If you want to throw down some cash, dude, real quick, I'm going to forget about this by the time we get into sports. Did you see Nathan McKinnon last night for the Avalanche? He gets his 1,000 point, right? And then they call it back because one of the dudes was offsides. But everybody was like celebrating. Then he ended up getting it again. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. He's a special guy. Him, if you are a Colorado sports fan, we're pretty spoiled right now. You got Nathan McKinnon, and that's for the Avalanche. And then you got Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets. And now you can throw in Bo Nix, who is still technically unproven, but the future seems very bright for him. It's a very fun time right now in Colorado sports. Imagine if the Rockies could pull their head out of their butts. Imagine that, folks. Oh, my God. This would be the greatest sports city in the world, except for the fucking Rockies. Way to go, guys. Pull your heads out of your butt, and things will start to change. Speaking of changing, let's shift gears. Let's jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go! And now, here are the headlines.
Well, I teased it at the beginning. Pizza snobs are going to, basically what I'm saying, prepare to freak out. I know somebody that owns Original Pizza. I know the family of Original Pizza here in Broomfield. It's off of Midway in Broomfield, Colorado. I used to go there when I was like in middle school to high school. It was just a great place to get a good New York style pizza. Legit. Ralph, you're the man. You're the man. But I know he would freak out if I brought this up to him. I can see the look on his face if I said, check this out. In Australia, well, he'd say, well, there's your problem right there. But go on. A place called Bubba's Pizza, which has stores in Victoria and South Australia, is selling ham and orange pizza at select stores. Listen, I don't mind at all. I know that it's blasphemy to people that are hardcore pizza fans, especially if you're a traditional, like I said, Original Pizza in Broomfield. If you're like them, it's the basics, but they make it so freaking spectacular over there. But when you bring up pineapple on a pizza, it's like, deep down in their soul, they just want to they want to hit you. They do, but they're not gonna, but they really want to. I can only imagine what they would say if you said, hey, can I get a ham and orange sliced pizza? No. Is that for soccer players? Is that what it is? Does that come with a juice box? Is that what it is? Is that what's going on here? That makes no sense. But here's what's weird, guys. I want to try this. A slice. I want to try a slice. I don't know if I'd want to ruin an entire pizza. Give me, the sliced ham on the entire pizza, maybe some black olives, something like that. And then like one slice with orange on it. I just want to see what it tastes like. It might not be that bad because you got that sweetness, a little bit of, acidic, things going on in there. It might be good. It might be good. I brought this up on Twitter yesterday, thinking that it was going to explode in negativity because, that's what sells these days, negativity. I posted it. I was kind of surprised. Hold on, my computer's really freaking slow. I posted the picture. JR, let's see. JR Slick said, well, we do pineapple, so what the fuck? Right. I have a feeling this might be a little bit calmer on the taste buds than pineapple. Michael wrote, sounds good. I would eat it. JR Slick responded back when I said something about, that it sounds kind of good. He said, you are a fucking pioneer, DeHuff, so go for it. I am. Okay? Don't get it twisted. I don't think you can order that at any shop here in the U.S., at least not in Colorado or where I'm at in Thornton. You probably have to do it on your own. You could probably do the take and bake because I think you would have to have it warmed up. You can't just put cold, veggies on there or fruit in this case. That's just going to taste weird. But that's just, I have a feeling it might be borderline good, especially if you're stoned. Yeah, who came up with this? A fucking stoner? They're like, I don't know, man. Let's just put like ham and what else is in the fridge? An orange. All right, man. Let's make a pizza. Had to have come from the mind of a stoner. That's just bizarre to me. When I go, not that you guys care too much, But when I go to Papa Murphy's, I always get they have one where it's like instead of the marinara sauce, it's like the garlic, whatever their garlic sauce is. They put, oh, what is it? They put bacon bits. They put artichoke hearts on there. Oh, so freaking good. Along with like chopped up chicken and stuff like that and spinach. It's actually really freaking good. I like it. But that's the thing with pizza. You're going to have your traditionalists, and then you have the people that are willing to take risks and just put stuff on a pizza. I love veggie pizzas. Oh, my God. Yes. Yes. My wife hates them because she hates onions and bell pepper. That's the hell I have to go through, guys. My wife has no sense of, adventure. I was going to say adventureship. Don't think that's a word. Don't think it's a word. This is the hell I have to go through, guys, because my wife doesn't like to go outside the box with ingredients, and she's so standoffish when it comes to onions and stuff. This is the hell I live in.
What a bitch.
She's not a bitch. I'm just saying I'm a bitch. Let's get that straight, because she listens every now and then. She's going to be, there's a split second where she's like, did you just call me a bitch? No. I'm saying I'm a bitch for complaining. Woo! Do you think she bought it? You tell me, would you eat orange slices on a pizza? I feel like the people that are anti-pineapple might be a little bit more willing to try this. I could be wrong, but I think you let me know. You can respond here on the podcast. If you're listening on Spotify, you can comment below in it. I have it set up now where it notifies me if you comment on the show. So if you're on Spotify, you can just respond with DeHuff, you sound sexy. Stuff like that. Positive things. Don't be a butthole about things and be like, you can take your orange pizza and shove it up your bottom. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. But you can respond and then I'll respond back. And then if you want, we can discuss further on an upcoming episode. A 4-year-old Wisconsin kid called 911 on his mom. Oh, what? When the officers arrived at their home, the young boy said his mom ate his ice cream and needed to go to jail for it. Stupid little shit. He meant well, I guess. Now, here's where I have a bigger problem. Don't use 911 for stupid things like that. That ties up the lines. It distracts officers, paramedics, firefighters from doing the job of saving people's lives. Okay? I have a big problem with that, especially since my father-in-law is a retired battalion chief for North Metro Fire. Kicked ass, took names in a good way for several years. So that stuff bugs me when people misuse 911. This is where the article really just drives me nuts. It says the good-spirited officers subsequently left the home once they verified that this was indeed the reason why they had been called out, but they returned back the next day, this time to surprise the boy with some ice cream. This is what they said, after he decided he didn't want mom in trouble anymore. That's what the police said. Come on, you're encouraging it. Now he's going to do it again. 911, what's your emergency? My fucking mom ate my chicken nuggets. God, that bitch. Send out a squad. She needs to go to jail. Come on, you're encouraging it. And you're encouraging other kids out there to call 911 for moronic things. There's going to be an emergency, and you're going to dispatch officers or something, or some sort of first responders somewhere else where they could be helping somebody else with a real emergency. That's a problem to me. You're encouraging this. Yes, it's cute. The kid was upset because his bitch ass mom stole his fucking ice cream. But the fact that you came back and gave him ice cream is saying, hey, I know we said don't do it, but here's your ice cream. In a little kid's mind, it's like, well, I called 911 because she ate my ice cream. So we were out of ice cream. Called 911. Yeah, I got a talking to. But look at me now. I got more ice cream. Come on. Do you not see how that's a problem? People. I thought it was weird, though, that they allowed the kid to taser the mom.
In the face! In the face!
Hey, little Timmy, do you want to play with the taser? Yeah. I there was somebody that said they offered at one time they were going to show me the difference in the tasers. It was a police officer. I kind of want to try that, but then I don't. I don't want to like piss myself. I feel like if there's a 1 in a million chance that you urinate yourself or defecate yourself from being electrocuted by a taser, I'm going to be that, 1 in a million, 1 in a million that does it. Is that a thing? I got some police officers and first responders that listen. Is that a thing? Like if you get tasered, you're gonna soil yourself? Am I gonna have to get new underwear? Basically, is what I'm saying. If I get tasered, I don't know. Maybe you're a criminal and you listen. Maybe you're listening to this in jail or prison. If they did you smoke? First of all, did you smuggle this podcast player up your butt? Is that how you're listening? That's fun. Good. All right. But anyway, if you get tasered, is that a consequence or not? Am I just being dumb? Probably. Let's be honest. Lean on the side of the Huff is dumb. Dumb. I've seen that where guys get tasered and then it's got to be scary as shit for the police officer. You're like, let's just take him down with a taser. It'll be fine. And then a dude just is like, shit, no, I'm coming for you like a motherfucking monster of Frankenstein. I'm gonna get you. That's got to be frightening as a police officer. You're like, Jesus, somebody help for the love of God. This guy stole some Slim Jims from the 7-Eleven. Then he came after me, so I tasered him. Apparently, he's all hopped up on the Slim Jims. Fucking weird. Don't encourage kids to dial 911 for dumb shit. That's what the police officers in Wisconsin are doing. I know they're trying to be nice. They're doing like, hey, let's build, a positive relationship with the community. I get that. That's nice. But there's other ways to do it. Maybe don't buy them ice cream. Maybe do something else. Take them out. Get them give them a tour of the jail. Be like, listen, you can call 911 again. It better be for legit reasons. Just saying. I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. Okay? Kids that's scaring them straight, right? Right. Right. An Orlando woman was arrested after attacking a man on Thursday. This is according to the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Again, Florida. Fucking Florida, man. This is what's wild. The guy was like minding his own business. He was talking to the clerk about something, and the lady freaked out on him. Guess what she attacked him with? And the dude had to be seen, and I don't know if he had stitches, but he had lacerations on his face from the lady. Her weapon of choice, freaking a Pringles can. He got beat up by a Pringles can. I wouldn't release my name. His name's out there. I don't feel like, saying it. It doesn't matter. I don't need to embarrass the guy any more than he is. He got his ass kicked by a lady holding a Pringles can. And he had to seek medical attention because of a Pringles can. Don't you think, like, if the guy's like giving his statement to the police officers, and they're like, so what did she kick your ass with? And they're like, I was just minding my own business over by the candy bars. thinking about getting some M&Ms, maybe some Reese's Pieces. And then she came after me, and she just nailed me in the face with a fucking Pringles can. You know what the police officers would be saying to each other?
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Yeah. They're like, you just got your ass kicked by Jason Bourne in his Pringles can. That's something he would do. This lady's the Jason Bourne of Orlando, Florida. I'd be so embarrassed. I don't know if I'd want to tell anybody that I got my ass kicked by somebody wielding a Pringles can. There's a lot of things that I would be more than happy to say I got my ass kicked by. Somebody wielding a, I don't know. I'm trying to think. A CD case, a water bottle, a purse, stuff like that. Okay? A Pringles can? It's embarrassing. That just made me, that reminded me, what was it that, there was a story a few years ago where some guy was shitting in a Pringles can as a joke or something. I don't remember. I don't remember. You guys look that up for me. I don't remember somebody was shitting in a Pringles can. I got a Pringles can upstairs. I'm going to go look at it and see how the hell do you get hurt by a Pringles can? Freaking how embarrassing. What a fucking douchebag. She got me good. She got me good. We're looking at the surveillance video. Baby, don't look at the video. Don't look at the video. It's very misleading. Well, it looks like she beat you with a, original flavored Pringles can. Is that right, sir? It's kind of a blur. Might have been a cinder block. I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure it was a fucking Pringles can. Fuck, Jesus. Terrible. Hey, real quick, when it comes to roof repairs, you know what you need to do. You need to go with the GOAT. And yes, that is I accidentally hit the mute button. That is a goat screaming, okay? It is. It is. You need to go with the GOAT. Whether it's roof repairs, you want the best. Same goes for your fence. You deserve the best. You deserve to go with the GOAT. So, for all your roofing and fencing needs, contact the GOAT. Roof Goat USA. They're teamed up with Fence Goat LLC, and they're here for you. I'm going to have them come out and check out my fence and my neighbor's fences because it's time. It's time. It's something we've been all pushing off for a long time. If you're like me, you don't want to deal with putting up a new fence or repairing the fence. It's such a pain in the ass. These guys have been in business for 23 years. They understand those headaches when it comes to fixing a roof and fences. They're all about putting a smile on your face, and that's what you need. You need a company that cares about you. That's Roof Goat USA. So whether it's a repair, replacement, insurance claims, Roof Goat USA's experienced professionals are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions, and they prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, ensuring that your home is well protected against the elements as they do the repairs and after they leave. For all your roofing and fencing needs, please contact the GOAT. Text Eric 303-495-4630. Again, text 303-495-4630. He's insanely fast, creepy fast, borderline psychotic, some might say. I don't know. Eric's like, whoa, dude, bro. But anyway, he's going to get a hold of you and figure everything out for you, and it's going to be a seamless process. Roof Goat USA, they're the leader in residential roofing applications. Their commitment to quality and excellence ensures that your home is protected with the best roofing solutions available. You got to trust them to deliver unmatched service and superior craftsmanship that stands the test of time. So what am I talking about? They guarantee their work for 30 years. 30-year coverage from install date. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. Again, text Eric 303-495-4630, 303-495-4630. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. before we jump into sports and everything, real quick, the owner of a London comedy club announced that he is banning audience members with botox injections after performers complained about unresponsive faces in the crowd. So there's comedians up there trying to do their gig, and they can't tell if anybody's laughing, or they're not even smiling at the random jokes. Or if they're laughing, I wonder if they're like, oh. I don't know if I've seen anybody in person that's had Botox, because you see it on TV all the time. These people with stupid amounts of money, they're like, I'm just going to inject a bunch of random shit in my face so I look younger. Meanwhile, you look fake as fuck. There's something attractive, ladies. I'm talking to you at this moment. There's something really, really attractive about a natural woman. Sorry if you're somebody that wants to spend all this money on, getting Botox and all this other shit done to your face. It's more attractive if you have some wrinkles, if you have the quote unquote flaws. It's when you see somebody that is like on TV, like I said, on TV, I don't really see that around here too often, or I don't think I ever have. But when you see it on TV, people that are like, they're 60 years old, they look great. Yeah, because they're having plastic surgery done. Look at Pamela Anderson right now. She's going through a phase now where she's like, fuck it. I'm older. I'm not going to wear makeup. Don't think I need to. She went through so much of her life where she was always trying to glam up, where she's just like, I am who I am. And that's sexy. So ladies, I'm just saying, think about it. And if your guy or your lady doesn't think that you're worth being around unless you glam up, come on. Maybe they're not the right person for you. I understand sometimes, look like you give a shit a little bit. I get that a little bit. But when it comes to altering your body, that's a little much. But going back to the comedian thing, that's got to be hard. As somebody that's been in the comedy realm for 22 years now, it was always hard. There's a specific moment that just drove me batshit crazy, and it still kind of irritates me to my core. We're at Broncos training camp. I got Mike Evans, who I've worked with forever, and then the guest host, because I think it was Scott Hastings was supposed to be there, but he was on the road with the Nuggets. The guest host was, at the time, the play-by-play guy for the Colorado Avalanche, Mike Haynes. Amazing human being, an amazing voice. But I'm sitting there, and Evans tells me to do something in a specific character or something like that. I think it was me reporting on Tim Tebow to kind of give you a time frame of when this was. And I'm giving an analysis of it, and I throw out a couple jokes. But here's the problem. They weren't paying attention. They're typing on the computer. They thought it was just like, Huff, do something funny, and we'll get back to you in like 30 seconds. That's not the way we play. That's what we would always say. We play on the air. It's not me playing with myself on the air, although I like to do it. I gotta be honest. I love playing with myself on the air. But it was one of those things where we're supposed to be interacting. But all of a sudden, I'm throwing out jokes, and they're just falling because they're supposed to. I'm literally tossing up the softball, and they're supposed to hit it. Whether it's hit it out of the park or hit it back to me so I can continue to play. Nothing. There was nothing. It just fell flat. And I'm like, fuck. It was the worst feeling. I still get irritated and kind of sick to my stomach over it because there I am talking to hundreds of thousands of people and they're not paying attention as far as Mike and Mike weren't. And these and for everybody listening, it just sounds like I'm the fucking idiot. And there was a point where Mike Evans looks at me and he's like, uh-huh. I'm like, whoa. It was like that one scene from, was that Airheads? Or no, that was Wayne's World, where they're in the DJ booth at the radio station, and they're like, "You're not listening to anything we're saying," and the guy's like, mm-hmm. That's what it was. But I'm out there basically holding my dick, and I'm like, what's going on? It was so embarrassing. Text line blows up. Duff, you suck. All these terrible things. But it was their fault. It was their fault. They were supposed to interact with me, and they didn't. Embarrassing. So meanwhile, comedians, when they think that the crowd is a dud, they're just sitting there wishing, and some of them might just retaliate and say something like this.
Why you fucking hide on?
I mean, because what else are you supposed to say? Like, come on, fucking lighten up, people. Have you ever conducted a meeting and nobody's paying attention and you say something and nobody responds? It's kind of the same thing. Like, what am I doing up here? Just wasting time. At least pretend like you're listening. My God. Hey, real quick, if you're running a business and you need help with the back of the house, you need someone with experience and is trustworthy. Maybe you just need help with your taxes by yourself. Either way, I got the great company for you. It's Kirkwall Group. They got over 30 years of experience. Richard and the Kirkwall Group understands that you and your business deserve someone who's effective, timely, accurate, cost-effective, focused on your success, and is working to save you money. That all sounds good to me. It does. Kirkwall Group can help you with your bookkeeping, accounting, management services like CFO, controller, accounting manager, projects, and support, as well as tax planning and preparation, income, property tax, sales, and use tax. Go to kirkwallgroup.net right now, and you're going to be able to see everything they can do for you. And if you got a business as well, you know what? You can see what they can do for your business too. And what you need to do is sign up for a free 30-minute consultation. And when you do that, from now until April 15th of 2025, when you schedule that tax consultation with Richard and the Kirkwall Group, your name's going to be entered to win a free Chromebook. Yes, a free Chromebook. If it's free, it's for me. Come on, you got to sign that up. Go to kirkwallgroup.net. You'll see the contact info on there and see everything they can do for you. And if you got a business, they can help you there too. It's Kirkwall Group. We count what counts for you. Speaking of, by the way, a free Chromebook would be pretty freaking badass. At first, I thought Chromebooks sucked. And then my kids use them for school, and I'm like, that's not that bad. Not that bad at all. So that's something you might want to hop in on. I mean, it's a consultation. Why not? Why not? Check them out. Again, kirkwallgroup.net. What we need to do now, jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
A lot of movement right now in the NFL due to free agency and trades. It's all in full swing right now, which is pretty exciting. There's a lot of excitement in the offseason when it comes to the NFL, and I like that. We'll rifle through this real quick as much as we can. One that just came out is Sam Darnold is now a Seattle Seahawk. I like that move. They got rid of Geno Smith. Didn't know what they were going to do. I feel like that's a slight upgrade. But that being said, how old is Sam Darnold? I don't feel like he's very old. I feel like he's in his early or late 20s. He's 27 years old. He'll be 28 by the time the season starts. He's not a very old guy. So not a bad move for Seattle. So we'll see. But speaking of Seattle, They got rid of DK Metcalf. He's now a Steeler. But who's going to be slinging him the rock? Is it going to be Russell Wilson, or are the Steelers going to try to bring in somebody like Aaron Rodgers? Because if Aaron Rodgers walks through that door, you know what the words are that are going to be pouring out of his mouth?
Let's burn this place to the ground.
I don't think that's a good move for Steelers. I don't. If you're a Steeler fan, let me know. Do you want Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback? Who would want Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback? If you're a franchise in need of a good quarterback, would you be excited for him to come in? There was a few years ago where I thought that would be a smart move with the Denver Broncos. I'm glad the Broncos didn't go that route. I'm glad for whatever reason it fell through. Back when the Broncos had Nathaniel Hackett, Aaron Rodgers, Binky or what is that? His boo, whatever. I thought that they were going to be a match made in heaven. And then I see what happened to him with the Jets, and it just fell to pieces. Speaking of the Jets, Justin Fields is now a Jet. I think that's a great move for Justin Fields. And I don't think that if used properly, I think Justin Fields can be a huge addition to the New York Jets. We'll see. Time will tell. But good for him. Also, what's happened recently is Myles Garrett signed an extension with the Cleveland Browns. This is on the heels of him saying at one point not too long ago that he wants to win a Super Bowl. Myles, do you realize what you've done? Huh? Good luck winning a Super Bowl with the confused about your identity Cleveland Browns. Who's their quarterback? What is going on with Cleveland? I don't know. That doesn't make sense with Myles Garrett. He's not going to win a Super Bowl with the Browns. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that doesn't make any sense to me. Von Miller, we were talking about this not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. Von Miller was released as we expected by the Buffalo Bills. Now you wonder who's going to pick him up. I have a lot of people pissed off at me, especially on TikTok, because I posted that video, a condensed version of my take on why the Denver Broncos should only bring in Von Miller if it's a one-day contract for him to retire. There's a lot of people that think that Von Miller should come back to the Broncos as a quote-unquote roster/coach role. That doesn't make sense to me. You don't waste a roster spot. There's people that think that Von Miller still has a full tank of gas, or if anything, 3/4. That's not the case, guys. Let's live in reality. It's not a good move to bring Von Miller back in that sense. You bring him back for a one-day contract, let him retire as a Denver Bronco. That's it. Don't sign him for a year. Don't waste the roster space. Yes, the Broncos are moving in a positive direction. Yes, it would be nice to have somebody that has the experience, but the problem is he's not going to be that productive on the field. If anything, you bring Von Miller back in a coaching role, not on the roster. If you're looking for him to be a motivational guy, somebody that can add a spark, then you get him in a coach's polo on the sidelines, not in a jersey. Geno Smith, we were just talking about the Seahawks. Well, he's now a Raider. Here's the thing with Geno Smith. He's not terrible. He's not terrible. So that's interesting. Here's the thing. As a Denver Bronco fan, it's like, okay, they're going to be slightly more competitive. But he doesn't frighten me as a Bronco fan. That being said, he's good enough to beat your team. So good for the Raiders. I don't think that that's a bad move. I feel like that is an upgrade. But does he, as of right now, is Geno Smith striking fear into the AFC West? As of right now, no. We'll see, though. We'll see. Javonte Williams, former running back of the Denver Broncos. We were wondering what was going to happen. We just heard from George Payton while at the Combine, and somebody asked him in regards to Javonte Williams, or actually it was more about the running back room and what was going to happen. And he said, you know what? There's a chance we could bring Javonte back. Well, no, it's not. It's not going to happen. Why? Because Javonte Williams is now, guess you got it. You got it. Javonte Williams is now with this guy.
I want me some glory hole.
He's a Dallas Cowboy. Is that a good move for Javonte? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? Is he going to shred over there? I don't see that happening. But it's good. It's good for him. I don't want to see Javonte fail. He's a Bronco, as far as I'm concerned, until he officially suits up with the Cowboys. If he's going against the Broncos, yeah, I hope he fails. Otherwise, I hope he succeeds. Good for him. Good for him. The Broncos made some moves. I'm going to screw this guy's name up, but 2 big pickups from the 49ers. I'm reading online yesterday, and so many people that are 49er fans are pissed. And they're openly saying that the Denver Broncos defense is going to be scary this next season. Why? They got Dre Greenlaw, and I'm going to screw this guy's name up. Okay. Talanoa Hufanga, right? That's right. Hufanga. That sounds right. That's a fun name to say, right? Hufanga. I didn't do it. No, Hufanga, right? They signed him, both those guys. I wanted to get a little bit more of a deeper analysis on that, so I went with my guy from Mile High Sports, Cody Roark. And Cody, what do you think of Hufanga? And then after that, go ahead and tell me about the other guy.
Yeah, good pickup here for the Broncos. I think, in my opinion, I feel like it's a low-risk, high-reward type of move. That's just my opinion there for him. $20 million guaranteed money, 3-year deal, $40+ million overall on his contract. I believe $49 million. This is a guy who can come up in the box and be a disruptor against the run. Sean Payton wants his safeties to be able to play on the back end, play in the passing lanes there, but also come up and be an extra force against the run. And Hufanga, man, if you watch his tape when healthy, he can do that. 2023 suffered an ACL injury that ended his year in that regard there. He was an All-Pro in 2022. Last year in 2024, suffered a wrist injury that forced him to miss 7 games, but he came back and finished the final 5 games of the regular season. Adds some fire and some spice to the Broncos. I think allows them to be creative with their personnel packages. Maybe a big nickel role here for J.L. Skinner coming up. NFL free agency, the Denver Broncos have signed Dre Greenlaw to a 3-year deal worth $35 million here. The Broncos boosting their defense in a big way here, adding a playmaking, versatile linebacker that not only is a plug against the run, but when you watch him drop back into pass coverage, whether that be zone and even man, he can play man at an effective rate. Very athletic. He can get to soft spots in the middle hook area of the defense when he's playing zone, and obviously pairing him with his former teammate Talanoa Hufanga. The Broncos have former 49ers at all 3 levels. They got a guy at safety. They got obviously Greenlaw now at linebacker. DJ Jones re-signed today with Denver at the defensive tackle position. But this is a move that makes the Broncos defense drastically better at that second level. There's something they've been looking for to pair him alongside a guy like Alex Singleton, who's returning off of his ACL injury. They want someone that can run sideline to sideline, drop back, and play into coverage when they need him to. And also, he can play man-to-man against a running back out of the backfield. So, really good signing here for Denver.
Thank you so much to Cody Roark. Follow him on social media at Cody Roark. That's Roark, NFL. Cody Roark on social media. Good follow. I mean, he's everywhere. He is all about the Denver Broncos in coverage, and he knows his shit. So there you go. A lot of good moves by the Denver Broncos. Another one that is the Broncos re-signed Jarrett Stidham, the backup quarterback to Bo Nix. Why is that a big deal? Well, there's a couple things going on with Jarrett Stidham and why this makes perfect sense, and I'm very happy that they brought him. Yes, he's a backup quarterback. Hopefully the Broncos never get to toss him into a game, but there's always that possibility. And let's be honest, I don't feel like Jarrett Stidham is going to win the Broncos a bunch of games. He's no Bubby Brister. Bubby Brister ain't walking through that door in a Jarrett Stidham uniform, okay? But here's why I like Jarrett Stidham coming back for the Denver Broncos. You're not bringing in another guy that has to relearn an offense, okay? You don't have another guy into the quarterback room that has to bond with Bo Nix. Bo Nix and Stidham are going on vacation together. They're best buds. They do everything together. So you're not having to lose that chemistry. Here's the other thing. Jarrett Stidham, he's been in the league for a bit, okay? He's a good mentor for Bo Nix. Another positive. You don't want to change that up. Things are going well in the quarterback room. So why fuck with it? Zach Wilson is now with the Dolphins, backing up Tua, which there's a good chance that Zach Wilson's probably going to end up playing this year for as much as, Tua's getting his brain scrambled on a regular basis. That's not a knock on Tua. In a sense, it is, I guess, because he should be retiring. He's going to have scrambled brains, no joke, next time, potentially next time he gets hit. But good for Zach Wilson. He's out of the picture. The Broncos, as of right now, have two quarterbacks that we can definitely say are going to be there. I like the fact that Stidham's there. They have a bond. You don't want to mess with it. You don't want to waste the time training a new guy, teaching a new guy the system. Instead, you got these two guys that work well together. They have chemistry together so they can learn together. That's what you want. This is the benefit of having a solid, unsteady quarterback room. It's going to make it easier for this upcoming season. That is a great move by the Denver Broncos keeping Jarrett Stidham. Great move. It seems like, oh, what's the big deal because it's the backup QB. You want that stability. You hope that he doesn't have to play, but he's also there as a mentor. This is much different than the Von Miller situation, much different. He's there as a mentor. He's there to help guide him and learn the plays together with Bo Nix. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. So good move by the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton and George Payton deciding to stick with Stidham. There's a lot more going on too. Free agency the door just opened up. So we'll see. Usually the first 2 days are the ones where the big splashes happen. After that, it's a bunch of, randomness. Don't forget the draft is just over a month away. Yeah, just over a month away. Then once that happens, it's going to be mini camps. I know they changed up the offseason training, but it's going to be a lot of, okay, this is the team. This is the team. Whoever your team is. Maybe you're a Lions fan. Maybe you're a Dolphins fan. Maybe you're a Texans fan, whatever. Cowboys, stuff like that. Either way, you'll have an idea of what your team is going into the upcoming season. It's exciting. It's very exciting. I like what the Broncos have done. They have amped up their defense. Huge move. That's just in free agency. So what does that mean? What does that mean for their their offense. Hey, if they can bring in, I'm really curious about what the Broncos do with the run game, and are they going to try to get another weapon when it comes to receiving, tight ends, receiving, all that stuff? It's very exciting, very exciting. I don't know what your team is. The one team that I got to ask my buddy Rob, who's a Bears fan. I'm curious to get his thoughts on where they're headed, because I feel like that might be the most ugh, is a good word to describe the Chicago Bears. Blech, I don't know. It's all sticky, gross. That's what they are. The Bears from a distance are a delicious lollipop. Then you get up close to it and you're like, did a little kid suck on this and drop it in the sandbox? Because there might be a turd on here. I don't know. The Bears. Oof. Is there a worse team right now? Is there another team where you're looking at them and you're like, oh yeah, that sucks to be a fan in that for that team? I'd have to say right now the Bears. We'll see. We'll see though. That's what's fun. I would like, in all honesty, I like to see the teams that were shit come back, rebuild, and then they're great. That's what I like. I feel like the Denver Broncos they made the playoffs last year. They did. That's a step in the right direction. If we're all being honest with ourselves, which I think a good chunk of us were, we weren't expecting them to go beyond the first round. We were just excited for them to get that monkey off their back of the playoffs, not making the playoffs. And they did that. So what's next? Win the AFC West. Then win a round in the playoffs. And then go from there. I think the Broncos are moving in the right direction. Looking at so much movement around the NFL, too much to even really go over for me because I'm dumb. But it's exciting. And hopefully that means that there's some changing of the guards. Let's be honest. I think we're all sick and tired of the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. We knew that they were going to get their ass beat by the Eagles. They did. They were a fake good team. I think it's time for them to just take a back seat in the AFC West, and between maybe the Chargers and the Broncos, somebody's got to take that new lead role in the AFC West. We'll see. Big thanks to Cody Roark for letting me steal his audio, and of course, you're going to want to follow Cody Roark on social media at Cody Roark NFL. Does an amazing job. Amazing. If you don't follow him and you're a Bronco fan, you're missing out, because that guy knows his shit and he is everywhere. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to participate in the show, go ahead, hit me up on my socials at DeHuff Podcast. You can always send me a direct message, or you can just pop on my timeline. Pop all over that thing. Pop on my timeline and send me a message that way at DeHuff Podcast. Or you can be like so many other people and just shoot me an email, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. Either way, I love the interaction. You guys are amazing. Hopefully you laughed a little bit in this episode. And if you got some insight on your favorite NFL team and where they're headed, let me know. Love to hear about it. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Hit that like button. Click on the share button the subscribe button as well. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA, as well as Kirkwall Group, and of course, Bet Online. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.